Good morning, students. Yesterday we discussed the synopsis of solution topic, and today's discussion is solutions of some multiple choice questions. In this level 1, the first question is based on solubility. The question number 1 is the solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of a gas. This statement is. The options given in these questions are Rolle's law, first one, second one is Henry's law, third one is Van 't Hoff's law, and fourth one is Boyle's law. So the statement for Rolle's law is, for a solution of volatile liquids, the partial vapor pressure of each component in the solution is directly proportional to its mole fraction, and this is not a statement of this. Second one, Henry's law. This statement is for Henry's law. The solubility of gas in liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas. That is statement for Henry's law. And what is Van 't Hoff's law and Boyle's law? Van 't Hoff's law states that the osmotic pressure is always equal to the product of concentration of solute, temperature of the solution, and universal gas constant. Van 't Hoff's law is equal to osmotic pressure is equal to concentration into universal gas constant and temperature. This is the Van 't Hoff's law. Then Boyle's law. At constant temperature, the pressure of the gas is inversely proportional to volume. At constant temperature, pressure of the gas is inversely proportional to volume at constant temperature is Boyle's law. And the statement for Henry's law is the solubility of gas in a liquid is directly proportional to pressure of the gas, and this statement is Henry's law statement. Second question is, the solubility of a gas in liquid increases. The solubility of a gas in liquid increases with. The first option is increase in temperature. With increase in temperature, the solubility of gas in liquid decreases. With increase in temperature, solubility of gas in liquid decreases. This statement is wrong. Second one is reduction of gas pressure. By decreasing the pressure of the gas, the solubility of gas in liquid is also decreases. This statement is also wrong. And third option is decrease in temperature. The solubility of gas in liquid can be increased by decreasing the temperature or increasing the gas pressure. Increase of gas pressure. This statement is correct for the question 2. The solubility of gas in liquid increases with decrease in temperature and also increase of gas pressure. This is right answer for this second question. And fourth one is amount of liquid taken. At constant volume of liquid, the gaseous particles are dissolving, and the solubility of gas in liquid is mainly depends on temperature, pressure, and nature of solute and solvent. And in this case, with the decrease in temperature and increase in the gas pressure, solubility of gas in liquid increases. Next one, third question. The solubility of a substance is defined as the amount of solute in grams. The solubility of a substance is defined as the amount of solute in grams present in 100 gram of the 100 gram of the solvent. The solubility is defined as the amount of solute in grams present in 100 gram of the solvent. The first option is right. Present in 100 gram of the solution, that is nothing but mass by mass percentage, and present in 100 ml of the solution, mass by volume percentage. This one is mass by volume percentage and this one is mass by mass percentage, and present in 1 liter of the solution means gram per liter, that is strength of the solution. Statement 1, present in 100 gram of the solvent is represents the solubility of a substance. The amount of solute in grams present in 100 gram of the solution, this represents the weight by weight percentage, and amount of solute in grams present in 100 ml of the solution, that represents mass by volume percentage, and last one is gram per liter solution. The amount of solute in grams present in 1 liter of the solution, that represents gram per liter, that is nothing but strength of the solution represented in gram per liter. Next one is the questions based on molarity. Molarity is nothing but the number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of the solution, that is nothing but molarity. And the fourth question is an aqueous solution contains 0.53 grams of an anhydrous sodium carbonate and its molecular weight is 106, dissolved in 100 ml of the solution. The molarity of the solution is, in this there are 4 options. First one is 0.04 m, second one 0.05 m, third one is 0.4 m, and fourth one is 0.2 m. From the relation, molarity is equal to weight of the solute by molecular weight of solute into 1000 divided by VML. The formula used to calculate the molarity of the solution is W by MW into 1000 divided by VML. By substituting the values in this equation, W is given, that is 0.53 gram, and its molecular weight is 106, and 0.53 gram of anhydrous sodium carbonate is dissolved in 100 ml of the solution, and this is 5.3 divided by 106, 53 into 10 raised to minus 1 divided by 106, 2, 1 by 2 means 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 1, this is equal to 0.05 m. The molarity of the solution is 0.05 m, and second option is right. Next question. The number of moles of KCl in 1000 ml of 3 molar solution is. From the definition, molarity is the number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of the solution. From the definition, molarity is nothing but number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of the solution, and from the above question, the number of moles of KCl in 1000 ml of 3 molar solution is. They given molarity of the solution and volume of the solution, and they asked number of moles. N is equal to M into V liter. Molarity is 3 molar solution, M is equal to 3, and volume of the solution is 1000 ml means 1 liter. 1000 ml means 1 liter. Therefore, number of moles is 3. Option number 1 is right answer. They given molarity of the solution as well as volume of the solution, and they asked number of moles of KCl solution, that is 3. Next question is sixth one. If 30 ml of M by 2 HCl, 20 ml of M by 10 HCl and 50 ml of M by 5 HCl are mixed together, the molarity of the solution is, here M is missing, M by 2 HCl, 30 ml of M by 2 HCl, comma 20 ml of M by 10 HCl and 10 ml of M by 5 HCl are mixed together, then the molarity of the mixture is. The molarity of the mixture is calculated by using formula M is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2 plus M3 V3 divided by V1 plus V2 plus V3. For same solutions are mixed, different concentrations of HCl solutions with different volumes are mixed together to form a mixture, and the resulting mixture, the concentration of resulting mixture is calculated by using this formula. Here M is nothing but the molarity of the mixture. M1 is nothing but M by 2. M by 2 means molarity 1 by 2, and its volume is 30 ml plus M2 is 1 by 10. M by 10 means M is unit, that is molarity 1 by M, and volume is 20 plus 1 by 5 into 50 ml divided by 30 plus 20 plus 50, 2 15s are 2s are 10s are. This is equal to 15 plus 2 plus 10 divided by 100. This is equal to 27 by 100. Therefore, the molarity of the resulting solution is 0.27 m. Molarity is 0.27 m, and the first option is right one. The resulting mixture of the same solutions are mixed, and the molarity is calculated by using this formula. The mixture of the solution is calculated by using formula M is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2 plus M3 V3 by V1 plus V2 plus V3, and by substituting the values of molarity and volume of 3 solutions and the resulting concentration is 0.27. Seventh question. In the seventh question, the statement is wrong and make it as correct. The seventh question statement is wrong and the correct statement for seventh question is 36.5% weight by volume of HCl solution has density equal to 1.18 gram per ml. Then molarity of the solution is in the book they given the specific gravity of HCl solution is 1.18 gram per ml and its density is 36.5 gram per cm cube. Molarity of the solution, that statement is wrong and the correct statement for the seventh question is 36.5 gram weight by volume of HCl solution has density equal to 1.18 gram per ml. Then the molarity of the solution. In this, if the density or specific gravity of the solution is given, then the equation for calculating the molarity of the solution is molarity M is equal to X into D into 10 divided by molecular weight of the solute. X is nothing but weight by volume percentage and D is the density and MW is molecular weight of the solute. By substituting the values of X, D and MW, molecular weight of solute, that is HCl, is 36.5. By substituting the values, X is 36.5 into density is 1.18 gram per ml into 10 divided by 36.5 get cancels. M is equal to 1.18 into 10 means 11.8. The answer for this is 11.8 is the molarity of the solution. The third option is correct one. Next question is 8th one. Number of millimoles in 250 ml of 0.2 m solution is. Number of millimoles in 250 ml of 0.2 m solution. From the definition of molarity is equal to number of moles of solute divided by volume of the solution in liter. Therefore, number of moles N is equal to molarity M into volume in liter. But they asked number of millimoles. This is number of moles and they asked number of millimoles. Therefore, number of millimoles is equal to M into VML. The volume of the solution is expressed in ml, then the number of mole is in terms of millimoles. The molarity of the solution is 0.2 and the volume in ml is 250. This is 2 into 25 equal to 50. The answer is number of millimoles of this solution is 50. Third one is the right answer. Next question is based on molality of the solution. The ninth question is 1 molar solution contains in the first statement 1 mole of solute in 1 liter of the solution. 1 mole of solute in 1 liter of the solution means this represents molarity. First statement is the definition for molarity. Second one, 1 mole of the solute in 1000 gram of the solvent or 1 kg of the solvent, this is molality. Second one is molality. Third statement is 1 gram equivalent of the solute in 1000 ml of the solution. This is definition for normality. And last statement 1 gram equivalent of solute in 1000 gram of the solvent. This is the wrong statement, and the correct statement for 1 molar solution is second one. 1 molar solution is nothing but 1 mole of solute in 1 kg or 1000 gram of the solvent. This is the second statement is the correct statement for 1 molar solution. Next question, in which mode of expression the concentration of a solution remains independent of temperature? In which mode of expression the concentration of a solution remains independent in temperature? In this, first option is molarity. Molarity is nothing but number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of the solution, and normality N is number of gram equivalents of solute present in 1 liter of the solution. Then third one, formality, it is also unit to express the concentration of ionic compounds, and formality is, it is the ratio of number of formula weights of solute to the volume of solution in 1 liter. And last one, molality, small m is equal to number of moles present in 1 kg of solvent. First, second and third, all these are in the solution is prepared in 1 liter of the solution. When the temperature increases, volume of the solution is also increases. Then concentration decreases. Molarity, normality and formality of the solutions are generally prepared in volume of the solution, that is 1 liter of the solution, the solutions are prepared, and with rise in temperature, volume of the solution, that is a very slight expansion of volume of liquid, and concentration decreases. And all first, second and third, these are temperature dependent parameters. And with rise in temperature, there is no effect on mass, there is no effect on mass, and molality and mole fractions are temperature independent parameters. Mole fraction and molality are temperature independent concentration terms. Molality and mole fraction, and one more is mass percentage, that is also temperature independent parameter. And in this question, in which mode of expression the concentration of the solution remains independent of the temperature, that one is fourth one is the right answer, because with rise in temperature there is no effect on the mass of the solvent or mass of the solution. Only the volume of the solution is affected by temperature. With rise in temperature, volume, slight expansion of volume and a decrease in the concentration, like molarity, normality as well as formality. Next question, for an aqueous solution of the same solute, for an aqueous solution of same solute, which statement is correct? For an aqueous solution of same solute, that is 1 molar solution is higher concentration or 1 molar solution is higher concentration. The statement is representing which one is higher concentration among 1 molar as well as 1 molar concentration. First statement, 1 molar concentration is equal to 1 molar. This is wrong. Second one is 1 molar concentration is higher concentration or more concentrated than 1 molar concentration. This statement is correct statement, because 1 molar aqueous solution is more concentrated than 1 molar aqueous solution, because 1 molar aqueous solution contains 1 mole of solute in 1 liter of the solution, which includes both solute as well as solvent. So the mass of the solvent like water is less than 1000 grams or 1 kg. Therefore, the 1 molar aqueous solution contains 1 mole of solute less than 1000 grams of solvent, whereas 1 molar solution contains 1 mole of solute in 1 kg or 1000 grams of the solvent. Hence, the molar solution is higher concentration than molar solution. The explanation for this is 1 molar aqueous solution is more concentrated than 1 molar aqueous solution, because one molar solution